They're all over down there. Nowhere, really. Hey, what's going on, Whiskers? How's it going? We are getting started here. So I'm just going to get some baits in the water and go from there. I got a new surprise for y'all. I got some garlic shrimp. We're going to see if we can get some, see if they're biting. I did see some shellfish last time I was here down on the edge. So I'm gonna throw out some type of shellfish and see what bites with them. We'll give it a shot. Uh, they're a little frozen, but that's okay. The water temperature is cool right now, but I don't want to wait and guess and see what's going on. Hey, what's going on? Mike's Fishing Home. We're gonna get some baits out there right now. We're at a high tide and looking pretty good. So we'll see what's biting. Thank you. Yeah, I've been fishing lately the low tide. So we're gonna string some up and see if we can get something on high tide. I took a couple days off to try to give the fish a little bit of a breather, see if they react to actually, wanting to feed and wanting to eat, and see where that goes. Got a beautiful, bright, sunny day. Temperature's a little cool, pretty cold right now, but we're gonna still go at it. Water temperature's not too bad. Whisker supposed to be just fishing. Yeah, it is cold. Here's not bad. I mean, I'm in a sweatshirt and I should be fine. So if you look right here, it's swinging a little, but I got garlic shrimp. We're gonna try to give garlic shrimp a little try today. See if we can get something to bite on that. I've used garlic shrimp in the past. It's definitely caught some fish, but at the time it was actually more turtles than anything. It was turtles that were in the water, so it was kind of a little difficult to fish for anything. But we got a nice high tide here. We're at the top of the very, very, very top of the high tide right now. So it's Chunky. Hey, driving, listening. What's going on, man? I'm gonna try to use your rod and get some big fish on here. I'm actually trying to find that 10-pounder again, or that 12-pounder, or even that 9-pounder I caught. I mean, they're in here, so I'm just waiting to see if they're back and they're feeding, because they were some really big fish. I don't know where they went, but we'll see. I'm hoping to get a bite on this rod and this first rod right here. Try to get me a fish on some garlic shrimp. So we'll thank you very much. Thanks for the vote of confidence. We've been doing really good here lately. The last week, We caught in 3 days. We caught 23 fish, all ranging from about 2 pounds all the way up to 7 pounds. I was on Pontoon Jody's site on her YouTube channel, and we ended up, smashing 10 for her. So that was definitely a fun time in the rain too. It was light rain, and then we got heavy rain, and then dropped back down again. But overall, it was a really good time. Want to be outdoors? How's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in on my lunchtime. I'm going to be doing this quite often, doing the light lunchtime bite. If I'm not out, showing a house during this time, I'll gladly go live because I got quite a few spots in this area that I can fish from. So I'll end up mixing it up a little bit. You know, Jay Fox Hunter, how's it going? Yeah, we're back at it today. It's a nice, calm weather. We're at our high tide right now. We're at the very peak of the high tide, or actually, yeah, we're at the peak of the high tide. So I haven't really fished it much, and we'll end up seeing if the fish are biting because we just had this cold front that came through. I mean, it dropped down. It got into the 20s the past couple nights, but the water's been pretty consistent. It did drop about 4 or 5 degrees. It was all the way last week. It was all the way up in low 50s, and that was pretty cool. I was excited about that. Yeah, I love this spot. Want to be outdoors. This spot is a perfect area for fishing. You can fish both high tide, low tide, incoming, outgoing, at any given time. And, there's definitely fish here. I don't want to jinx myself, but we've definitely caught a lot of fish here. I'm just hoping after, 4 or 5 days of a break that they're back in their nesting areas or, the areas that they typically go in, and they end up biting on these baits. I got on the back two rods here, we got Jello chicken. And then on this first rod here, I got garlic shrimp. Um, like I said earlier, the garlic shrimp, I only wanted to do this because the banks have been showing some shellfish. And if, the shellfish are in this area right now, chances are these guys may be looking for some of that good tasting sweet shellfish, clams. I think they're freshwater clams, and then some shrimp if they're in here too. So I got raw shrimp. They are a little frozen, but obviously sitting in the water, they're gonna thaw up a little bit and get a little juicy and produce and shed out some of that stench. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, the water's right on the bank here. It's kind of flat right at the bank, but out towards, you get out, at 10, 15 yards, the water seems like it's still moving inward. So we still have that incoming tide. It hasn't presented the outgoing tide yet. So once we, depending on how long this incoming tide sits and, how long it stays pretty flat, I might have to switch it up and go a little more that way. That's good land tonight. Tomorrow, storms. Ooh, northern Arkansas is going to get hit bad with storms. Yikes! I feel for you. Yeah, that storm. There is a possible storm that's coming through our way. I think tomorrow night, and hopefully not Thursday, because Jody, we're going to be on her channel running the Flathead Challenge. And on Thursday, the weather start to get really hot. We're going to get up to 73. So that temperature is going to be mighty good for the water temperature for us. All right, so we got our baits in the water. Everybody knows what I'm fishing with. Now we'll let them marinate in there and see if we can get ourselves good channel cat. Oh, here we go. Look at that. First, got a bite. Got a bite on the middle rod. Come on, let's see it. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on, let's take that down. Let's get one on the board. That was a middle rod. That seems to be a juicy spot, that middle rod. But then sometimes after it hits that rod and then goes dead for a minute, I usually get hooked up on the chunky rod in the back here. So we'll see. Again, let's just hope that there's no turtles coming around and we get bit for no reason. So I don't feel like wrestling in a turtle right now. Ay, ay, ay. Move this in just a little bit. See what happens. See if we can get that fish to bite again. All right. All right, so we got a bite. Good sign. Yeah, sorry, Mike. I mean, I fish by the weather and hopefully, I mean, uh that whole storm thing, it might put a damper on where I actually fish. I might I might actually have to fish in a particular spot underneath a bridge. It's got catfish in it. It does have flatheads. I've caught flatheads in it, but there's a lot of snags. I mean, we're talking. I mean, I can get snagged up real fast there. There's real big rocks and it's pretty deep right there too. I mean, we're talking 10, 12 feet, 15 feet right there at that spot, and I just don't want to. I mean, I did get all my tackle in. I got all my tackle in ready to go. So I'll have to do some rigging. But now the wind's starting to pick up. See, this is what I didn't want to happen. Is that wind start to pick up because it's still pretty cool. I mean, we're in maybe high 30s right now, and with the wind, it does not feel good. It'll start to get blistering if the wind picks up. What's going on, Dale? How's it going? Good to see you. Yeah, catfish and crappie. How's it going? Glad you could make it over for a little lunchtime fishing. Yeah, we're out here again. My famous bread and butter spot. I'm gonna call this the Catfish Honey Hole. Definitely produces some decent sized catfish. A lot of eaters, a lot of eater size. You got some, 5 to 10 pounders out there, even a 12 pounder. I've seen them. I caught them. So we're just looking to get on some fish for a couple hours and see what we can do. We got one bite so far. Didn't really do too much with it. Took it and kind of ran with it. Oh, sorry about their dog. Yeah, dogs having stomach issues are that's quite an adventure. You really, you have to change their diet, make sure they get some rest, keep them keep the fluids in them. It's a big task. I remember my dog actually, I don't know, ate a mouse that was laying outside for some strange reason, chewing up on a mouse, and that wasn't a pretty sight. Yeah, she was a little bit, look, but she ate that mouse and then had to send it back up. Palefoot, Palefoot, huh? JTC, how's it going, buddy? What's Palefoot? Hi, Palefoot. Oh, did I miss somebody? Oh no, Jody. I don't know who. What's member of the 3 Foot Club? She hasn't touched. Yeah. Oh, ooh, crumbs on the floor. So you got to be very, very careful. Yeah, since I mean, we haven't really fed my dog too much people food or table scraps or anything like that. That was kind of one of the things I really didn't want to ever happen. I always fed her, from the time she was puppy till I think it was about 6 years old. We kept her on Blue Buffalo the whole time. She's like a some type of hound or retrieve some type of hound pit mix, and she got really lean food, never any grains for the most part. Every now and again she'd get some table scraps, but we try to stick to a strict diet. Right now she's got a little of a kind of a bum leg because she ended up hitting doing something chasing a rabbit, I think it was, and she may have strained one of her ligaments. So she's kind of hobbling around for the last week or so, but she's doing better. Yeah, her stomach is definitely empty now. Now you got to get some rice, some rice and chicken and rice. That's always a good combination, especially if fill them up real fast and keep their stomachs pretty settled. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, we're fishing high tide. Very, very, very low current right now. Like we're talking, it is barely moving. So we're at the very tip of the high tide coming in, and we're gonna make a switch once that tide starts to turn around and go out. We're gonna switch it up and go right next door over here, about 5 or 10 yards possibly. I'm just actually gonna switch the camera, spin the camera around, and then reset up. But we definitely got a high tide coming in here, and clear skies, beautiful clear skies right now in John Hines Wildlife Refuge out here in sunny Pennsylvania. Mike, oh, Greenwell Fishing, what's going on? Glad you can make it in here. Hopefully, we can get on some cats for everyone. I don't typically fish high tide too much, and definitely in we're in a middle stage right now as far as cold weather to hot warm weather. Um, tomorrow we might get some rain, and then Thursday it's gonna skyrocket in temperature. I mean, we're talking, from right now it's gonna go up about 40 degrees. So that's gonna that's going to present a little, scenario. So I'm not sure how animals are going to react or fish are going to react to that. I know in the Schuylkill right now, I'm part of a couple different Facebook groups, and they've actually the Delaware River they caught some flatheads. So it seems like they are biting, and we're gonna give it a try on Thursday night. Are you ready, Jody? Are you ready for Thursday? I sure am. I haven't fished that water in almost 5 months. I'd say about 4 months, but we're gonna give it a shot. The trick is I have to find bait. I haven't really looked in my little bluegill honey holes or my bluegill spots that I normally catch them at. Haven't really had a chance to look at them, so I don't know what's gonna come about with those. I just hope that we find some and I don't have to fish with you know I could probably go down to the Asian market and buy some eel and see if that'll work for them. I mean, I've caught them on eel before. Actually, you know what? I might actually go down to the art museum and see if I can fish for some eel with chicken, catch them for free. We have a spot that has eel in them, but I don't know if they're going to be biting yet. They could be. Wow, these baits have been in the water and no luck so far. I really think high tide is not a good time for these channel cats that are in here. It almost seems like. I wonder if they're moving around, trying to get into a spot before it changes over. Hey, what's going on, John? Thank you for stopping in. Oh, so the mulch, what they used, they actually laid everything out. So this whole area is now filled with mulch. We got all the mulch down. They spread it out really nice. There's still a pile all the way back up the hill, up the ramp, all the way back up. So I don't know if I guess that's just for some extra. Fish caught the white fish a week too late. Oh, that must have been a big one, Greenwell. Must have been a big one. Was it a channel cat or was it a blue cat or a flathead? Yeah, this water's still now. I don't know. We might even have to make a change real fast and just go with it. We'll give it another 15 minutes, see what happens. Fish don't bite. We're gonna swing around and throw them out over there. Because fishing with Big Mike. Hey, what's up, Mr. Bank Man? The man that slays the bank with big fish. Glad you can come in and watch me. Hopefully, get some little dinkers. Oh, John. Okay. John, are you the guy with with the spinning with the bait, all three bait casting reels. And you lay them on the ground, or kind of lay them on the ground, or set them up kind of low. Yeah, there you go. Gotcha. So, John, I definitely have seen some cresting of some fish out here. Um, definitely seen some. What's this slack? Yeah, definitely seen some fish taking off a little bit. Um, not too much, but the catfish are really biting right now. I do have garlic shrimp on the first rod here, so we'll see what happens. See if something's going on. The guy that was just here, he I don't know. He just told me, I don't know if it was a story or what. I'm not sure, but he said that, I don't know if he was, I don't know, but he said that he saw an alligator. Now, if anybody knows this area, I don't know if there's an alligator in here. I just don't. I'm not 100% convinced that there's an alligator. He said he saw it come up and then swing around and do this and do that, and I'm like, so was it a sturgeon? Could have been a muskie. What, it could have been a snakehead. I'm like, he's like, it was like a 3 foot alligator. I'm like, who sees an alligator down here like that? That's kind of strange. I mean, I have never seen an alligator in Pennsylvania, and if there is one, best believe I'm gonna find it. And if it's here, I don't know, kind of weird. But he said that he caught a striper in here, I guess a few days ago. So there might be some striper running along in here. Mike, you're going on vacation. That's good. That goes mindset and me. Oh, that's gonna be a fun time. Starting a vacation off right. That's how you do it. Get on the water. Get on the water and fish. You have the time to do it. Give it a shot. All right. So these rods, I got one hit, nothing else. I might be thinking about switching this around just because the tide does look like it's changing. Oh, here we go. Oh no, slack line, big time. Got a hit. Oh, what happened? Wow, he hit that hard. Man, oh man, man, that rod bounced. Now I do have ugly sticks on here, so you will see a lot of action with them. Not necessarily, we're not talking, 20, 30 pound fish in here. That's just not going to happen. But some of these fish do take it and go. I'm just hoping that fish stays on there next time. Huh. Got the planes going off. Good stuff. Yeah, if there's ever a time to fish, Mike, this is definitely the time. There's there's a lot of fishing to be had in the next couple months. Hopefully your weather breaks. You get some break in the weather, so it's not so frustrating being out in the cold. Hey, oh man, he hit that thing. It's got to come back. That'd be pretty cool if it was a striper. I've never caught a striper before in my life. I mean, I know they eat bunker and they eat stuff like that. Even some of these channel cats will, they'll get themselves hooked on some cut bait. But I've had most of my luck on jello chicken and garlic shrimp. Man, where did that fish go? That fish has got to come back. Man, oh man, two bites so far. Let me let me get my battery set up. I've had it going for a little bit. We'll see. Turn the battery on real quick. Get this going. Cool thing about the battery setup that I have is that I can just put my power inverter on the battery. I don't have to necessarily turn it on, and I can hook up my USB port and charges the battery or charges the phone. I don't have to. I think the on button is for the 12 volt or the DC current, not the USB. I think the USB has enough juice. All right, so I'm starting to see some driftwood moving downstream. So what we're gonna do is oh, Sandy Creek, how's it going? Martin, UK, how's it going from over the pond? Glad you can stop on in. Thank you, Martin, for stopping in. I think you're about 6 hour time difference, something like that. Yeah, we're just at noon, 12:30 right now, and we're gonna we got a couple bites, hard bite on the garlic shrimp right here. I got a nice hard bite on the garlic shrimp, got a bite on the middle rod, but it looks like the tide is moving. So I'm gonna start. You guys can watch the rods for a second. I'm gonna start to change over everything and move it over a little bit so we can fish the outgoing tide, because that is hopefully the best way to do this. I just want to catch some fish. We'll move some chairs set up. So we got the baits here. So we got garlic shrimp, jello chicken. That's what we're fishing with today. That's pretty much my staple bait for these cats the whole year around. I mean, I might try some, once in a while, I might give try some cut bait or something like that. But for the most part, we're going to go with the jello chicken and the garlic shrimp. So I'm going to keep these I'm going to keep these other two in the water and start get my other rods set up. go from there. I like the fact that I use my Bluetooth, my AirPods, so I can be pretty far away from you guys and still be able to talk to you at the same time. Pretty. Oh, jeez. Come on, get pulling it. There we go. I'm gonna cast out this rod. You guys won't be able to see this, but I'm gonna cast it out in the meantime. So let me get ready. Wow, that was far. See, the bad part about this is when that outgoing tide hits, this driftwood starts to really come through. And right where I'm fishing, there, straight across from where I'm fishing is that channel that I talk about, and it basically they fish right. The driftwood goes right through that, and a lot of times, depending on how fast the current's moving, that driftwood takes that bait or takes my line and really screws it up. There we go. All right, let's get this rod out. Wow, I'm really learning how to cast this bait caster. I'm loving this thing. Being able to cast far with this thing is pretty cool. So, I don't know how fast this current's going to move through here coming out, but we'll see what happens. And then we'll just switch this camera right around, spin it around for you. Yeah, that thing. All right, let's see what this shrimp. I guess I can leave this shrimp on here. I don't think it's going to be a bad situation. I mean, it's barely been in there 15 minutes. Oh, crap, I forgot to get my rod holder. That's going to work. Oh. All right. All right. All right, so we're set up. All right, we're set up over here. Let's turn you around. Sorry about that. Oh, I did it again. Forgot my do not disturb. All right, let's get these rods set up right. Oh, we're good. Actually, let's turn that up. So this is the other spot. All right, that looks good. Put my anchor on my rod. Oh. All right. All right, so we're back. Morton, my bait casters can't wait to try out the pen. Oh, you got a pen. Very nice, Mike. Yeah, I opted. My wife actually got me the PC Fun, the Chaos, but it's not the 60, it's the 50. I really don't. I guess I really don't need a big reel for. I mean, I'm not certain. This is going to be. I mean, I've been using it, and it's been working out just great. The line. There's plenty of line in it, so I'm not too worried about anything happening a big fish is going to take my bait. If you can hang on just a second, guys, I'm going to go to my, forgot to put the do not disturb. Yeah, none, Jeremy, none. I got none right now, but the tide just changed. So we're going outgoing tide now, and we're going to see if we can work our magic here. Hang on one second, guys. All right, we're back. We're back, and we're going to see what happens here. Like I said before, we just switched spots. We just turned them right around, spun right around, and this is my other spot. So we got an outgoing tide now. It's starting, yeah, it's starting to go out. So hopefully we'll see if the fish are biting. It was pretty cold these past couple days. I was out the other day and I got one, and that was a tall task. But we definitely got a couple bites already, and hopefully we can get on some fish right now. I did cast these two right here. I cast them about I'd say just a little under halfway out there, because that tide's going to start to swing them. Once that tide gets moving, I don't have too heavy of weights on there. I only got 3-ounce weights on there, so there's not much holding down to the bottom. But it seems like usually it's not a big issue. But once that tide really starts ripping, or if there's high water and that tide's moving, these baits are gone. I mean, I'm sitting, like, a lot of times I'll cast them out here, all the way out here, and they'll drift all the way down to here. So we'll see. How's the temperature, Sandy? We're pushing high 30s. They said it was going to go up to about 45 here. The past couple days have been brisk. I would call it brisk. Um, just wind and cold. We actually had a very very small snow squall down here. It lasted for maybe about 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes at best. But it was very very light, nothing stuck. But up north from me, in between Harrisburg and Reading, they got some pretty bad squalls, and they actually had I guess it was on the news, an 80-car pileup right on I-81. Yeah, they said it was about 80 cars that crashed, and that was devastating. Those snow squalls up there get pretty bad. But down here, we kind of missed a lot of the bad storms and the bad weather. I don't know if it's because we're closer to the river, and we're in a spot that really, they call it the Delco bubble. So, for instance, we actually had a tornado warning last year, and it was active. The tornado touched down, and once it kind of hit that Delco area, it actually shifted and just spun right away from this area and just moved up north. And it was a blessing to not get, I mean, they were like, everyone in your basements, this thing is touched down, the path is coming this way, and kind of get prepared. And sure enough, it just kind of switched over, moved up north, hit a bunch of other things, but it missed us. It missed the bubble. See, I'm already getting the drift stuff taking my line. And this one here, moving my line out a little bit. But I typically don't fish high tide, or I'm trying to I'm really trying to figure out this creek as far as the movement of it, how it how the fish react, different react to the different temperatures. And it's been about, I'd say, about 6 months, and we're definitely learning a lot. And now, even learning what the fish are going to be doing during the earlier months instead of when I first started back in August, September. I never really got to fish out here. I never really actually fished out here in general. So give it a shot. I hope to get on something today. I really want another fish, at least a couple. But I think the cold really took it down a notch. So, oh God, I'm gonna get smashed with this driftwood here. God, come on, get over it. No, 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 no. Oh, perfect. All right, save that one. That one's saved. We'll see what this stuff does. Yeah, it's just a bunch of debris. It's going right for my line too. I'll drop this line down. See if I can get underneath it. It is going right for my line. Such a peaceful area. This is like such a nice, quiet, tranquil. Earlier, when I first got here, there was a bald eagle up above, and he was scouting the area. I mean, I don't know if it was a female or not, but it was definitely a bald eagle flying up. It was pretty cool to see. There is there is one that nests not too far inside in the wildlife refuge. So they're definitely back, and this line, tighten this up. It's a little wooden. Oh man, see some rod bends. Gotta get some fish on here. It's not gonna make for a good video if we don't get any fish. So Jody, if you're in here still, do you have a lineup for the show on Thursday? I know Mike's fishing home, myself. I don't know. who else is gonna be in? And are we gonna have a guest host? Oh Lord, come on, fishies. So I was talking a little bit about before the car that was in the creek that they found the body in. They actually just pulled that car out, and after 20 years of high tides, the tides moving, shifting, everything, that car, when they pulled it out, was in, I don't want to say perfect condition, but it was completely intact. Nothing was, nothing rusted out. I couldn't believe how intact that was. Ooh, what's this? Yeah, something pulling on it. I'd like to see a striper get on here. That'd be pretty cool on that shrimp. Never fought a striper before. But yeah, I mean, sitting out here, birds are chirping. Really no fish jumping right now. Nothing's, nothing's jumping out the water. That might be a sign that everything is down low. Guess maybe waiting for the tide or the weather to warm up a little bit. Definitely, it's been a little bit since I been sitting in warmer weather, but we'll see. Maybe the cold. Maybe the cold got to them, and maybe they're just waiting for that warm front to come through and get back to feeding. I said the water temperature is like 46. I think it's a little closer to 42, maybe even 40. We've had some pretty cold nights the last couple of days. Where's the fish, everyone? Where are the fish? I don't like seeing no lines go down. You might have to rebait. It's been close to an hour, yeah. All right. We're gonna rebait these. We're gonna rebait them all. See what happens. Get some fresh scent out there. Crap off these things. I'm gonna throw a little garlic shrimp. Little shrimp on a bobby. Get that out there. Go. Let's get that one out there right in the middle. Let that drift down a little bit. See what we got. See if we can catch ourself a fish on this shrimp. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to cast too far. I know that line's gonna swing. And sure enough, try to get right in that spot. I'm gonna cast this one out far. This one's gonna be my deep rod. See there, that, yeah. That thing's swinging. All right, some Jello chicken. I'm gonna throw some Jello chicken now. Big old hunk. Get them big fish to come up and take a whack at it. I'm definitely on the hunt because this is right about the. I mean, different weather conditions and everything, but this is right about the same speed and current that caught that 12-pounder on, just like that. Perfect. Take it, drop. There we go. There's a nice hole out there. Pretty deep. Let that swing over. There we go. One last rod. This one I'm gonna put right on that angle to try to. Yeah, I think that's what you get a lot of this, a lot of those weeds and stuff on these rods on the line, and I think it actually, for some reason, I just think it deters some of these fish sometimes. But hopefully we get on one again. Let's get a nice little chunk. Get this one back in the water. Solid piece of chicken. Let's see fish. Let's see a fish today. All right, we're gonna put this one straight out from where I'm at. Right there. Let that sink. Boom. That was a good drop. See, right where that line is, about 10, maybe 10 feet, 10, 20 feet to the right of that, there's a there's a log or a tree or something. And yeah, right there. Oh, what's that? Is that a fish? Is that a fish on the shrimp? Or is that bait just sliding down? Could have been a bait sliding down. Oh wait, no, I got slack. Oh, I think that might be a fish over there. Or a fish grabbing it because it's moving. I'm not pulling on it. That's for sure. On that first rod right there. Nobody see those rods here? There we go. Third rod. So I'll make sure everyone can see that takedown on that first rod here. It moved. Definitely moved. I don't know if it was fish that moved it or it went down maybe into a hole, caught a ledge. Might have rolled out into something a little deeper. See? Oh, nah, it's not a fish. I don't know. It's kind of strange. Maybe something small grabbing on it a little bit. Yeah, and this weather definitely had to play a factor in these fish, because this is 1,000% different than last week. Completely different. There are no fish biting. Oh, there's a hawk out there. I want to see that bald eagle come back. That'd be pretty cool. Get a picture of that. So how's everybody doing? Got a baker's dozen in here. Thank you everybody for stopping in. I know we haven't got on any fish yet, but we're trying. We're gonna put our best foot forward. The other thing I don't see are the ducks. I don't see too many seagulls. So that might be a sign as well. Usually when, all the wildlife is moving around and they're out and about and on the creek and doing their thing, fishing seems to be much better. This is kind of silly. Come on, fish. See some bites. See some takedowns, guys. Let's see some takedowns. I don't appreciate the fish not biting on these rods here. Not making for a great day. But I'm out here. I'm doing it. It's always good to learn. Always good to learn here. I think it's a lucky number 13. 13 people in the chat. I think that's what's holding me up. We need to get that to 14 at least. Get 14 people in here and get that number changed. Lucky number 13 is not good. Or at least, or drop down to 12. Something. Number's haunting me right now. Maybe once the water dies down a little bit, water goes down, that might spark the bite. But it's got to go down fast. But the thing is I am catching it when it is going down. So hopefully by the time the water drops, I'll still have some time to fish. And that's when they start to bite. Because we usually get the incoming tide or Low, low tide going out, low tide coming in. That seems to be the best time for these fish right now. Ay, ay, ay. Where's the bites? I know I have to be patient and all, but we want to see some takedowns. We want to see some action. Get our blood moving a little bit. I'm about ready to do some jumping jacks or something. I mean, there's really not that much wind, but definitely bright, sunny skies. Then it's like you look out the window and you see such a beautiful, beautiful day. And you're like, oh, okay, I'm going outside. As soon as you step outside, you're like, yikes, it is cold. And then you walk right back in. See, I don't know if that's, I think that's the line just moving. Yeah, pretty sure that's I don't see that being a fish, but it's just sliding my line. Just sliding over. It's almost sliding over too much. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna reel this one in. First one, I gotta, I gotta recast it. It's too far. And we got some crap on it. This stuff. All right, come on, fish. Get some bites here. There we go. All right, let's see. Yeah, this current is taking it. That line bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. Let's try to get into that channel right there. Or hook up on a rock or something. I can get that. Yeah, there's. I think. Well, I think there's actually tree, a tree that's down right there too. Sometimes I get snagged up right there, but whoa, no, it's just the current moving it. Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't look like the current's really moving that much, but it goes. I mean, I could probably even put a 5 ounce sinker on here and see what happens. But yeah, this is about what it does right there in that rod. It's bent over. Let's just hope we get a fish on it. I don't want to get snagged up. Oh man, 2 bites in an hour. Not a pleasant day. Oh, low battery. Low battery. Oh, there we go. right, let's see what we got. Oh, we still got 13 people in here. Yikes. Let me just check something. Let me check my battery real quick. All right, it's charging. Yeah, battery's charging. Battery's charging. That's good. Oh, that 19%. That should charge up pretty fast, too. All right. So we got the battery working. Baits are out. Now we just gotta look for the fish. Maybe they moved upstream. Maybe they moved downstream. Maybe they're just not biting. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, come on. Let's see some takedowns here. Lines have been out there long enough. Where are you at, fish? Where are you at? Yeah, for some reason, I really think that I think right now, in the beginning of the season, and this is just going on for the past week or so, that low tide is typically when we're going to catch fish. Does anybody else think that? I mean, as far as do they have their best? What do you guys think? Do you guys have your best luck at low tide or high tide? I'm wondering if it's during the beginning of the fishing season. You think that's low tide or high tide is the best? Because I've honestly, oh geez, something's pulling on that thing. Look at that rod. Something's caught up on it. All right, let go. There we go. Thank you. Ah, there's a tree branch. Jeez. Oh man, this rod's gonna give me problems all day. I know it. Yeah, I got stuff on up in that front in that tree. Yeah, we got debris on this branch. This one. Sorry about that. Hmm. Looks like the fish aren't even here. Yeah, that line is. I'm gonna pull this line in again. I'm gonna throw it straight out though. See what happens. Oh, No, nothing, guys. Big old tree branch messing up my line. Hey, can't win. Can't win with this rod. Guys, have any suggestions? Everything's just snagging up on it. Try to throw this thing straight out there. See what happens. See if there's some fish right in the middle. Yeah, we'll see what happens with this. Let that current take it a little bit and see where it ends up. See if we can get hooked up right. Let it just stop somewhere. Such a nice day. So prime for fishing. So prime for fishing. No little wind, sunny skies, but no fish out there. Where do you guys think I should cast to? Oh man, 13 people still. Is this comments on? People see me? Oh, it is nothing, nothing. Maybe that alligator that guy told me about. Maybe the alligator's out here. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know why there would be an alligator out here anyway. It's too cold. They would freeze. I have a I have a ball python at home, and if it gets below 60 or 50 degrees, that snake is not doing anything. It's trying to find the nearest heat source. And when there's no heat source, they shut down. And when I say shut down, they'll go, they'll end up dying. So I'm pretty sure there's no alligators in here. I'm fairly confident. By the looks of it right now, it doesn't even look like there's any catfish. Come on, guys, bite. Water's going down. Should be hungry. Should be moving out of those deep holes. Something. Do something here. I'm not putting on a show. Ah, all right. Come on. We need some fish. Fishy, fishy, fishy. Come on, take the bait. I think that's what it was. I haven't said take the bait yet. Take the bait. Where's the fish? Take the bait. Just too nice out. This is too pleasant. Been in here an hour and 20 minutes. 2 bites. Running out of ideas here, guys. I don't know what to do. I cast further out. I don't know. Not sure what's going to happen here. Maybe if we catch a fish, something will happen. Come on, fish. You got to be out there somewhere. Feel neglected right now. Feel as though they don't love me anymore. What do I got to do to get a fish here? Any ideas? Anything? You know what I can do? Let me see. Let's get out of that. What the heck did I just do? Ah, hey, oh gosh, what did I miss? What the? I must have missed something happened with my chat. Holy moly. Huh. Parker Pursuits, Jody. I missed. Wow, that chat, it stopped on me. Ah, what the heck? What's going on, Martin? Oh, Jody with the, take the bait. That's what we need. How do I get off that? Take the bait. That's what we need. Yeah, something happened to my chat right there, guys. I don't even realize. I didn't even realize what was going on. It like kind of froze on me. I missed all those comments. See ya, see ya, Jody. What the heck? Yeah, Danny. There we go. We got 12 people. We got 12 people. All right, we got off that number 13. Number 13 is off the board right now. And now, let's get some fish. That unlucky number 13. Ah, whoa. Now we're down to 11. Oh, I'm losing people here. It's all right. It's because I'm not catching any fish. But I see a duck. Duck just came out. Birds are crossing over the water. I don't know. This might be a sign. This definitely might be a sign. Let's see if we can do it now. right. I'll be right back. Everybody watch those rods for me. Just watch those rods. Make sure I don't get a fish. I mean, they've been going nuts right now. I mean, as you can tell, I can't keep them, in the water long enough. And, you know, these rods are just moving and moving and moving. Yeah, right. I'll be right back here. All right, I'm back here. I'm back. Like to fish at home. Danny will be a fisherman in the smallest pool. You ever die? No, you'll never die. Remember, he will live forever in the catfish community. Mr. Loco Mike. Oh, yeah. I think there's. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, this whole. Nah, I'm back. Yeah, we're going to try to catch this middle one out further. Water's starting to go down a little bit. Let me see if they're in the deep hole. Guess I gotta. I don't know if I should rebait though. Oh, I got snagged on something. Jeez, snagged on something big time. Wow, man, this crap. This stuff is killing me here. It's all this muck coming out from the swamps over there. Really screwing with my line. And on top of that, oh, look at that. I got hooked on something. That's another line. Somebody else's line. That could be a line from before. I got snagged up on. Move this back. Any line that I pull in is oh, wait a minute. Did I just get a little tap there? Did I just get a little tap? I hope so. All right. Throw some Jello chicken on this one. Cast that sucker way out there. I'm gonna get this bad boy going deep. We're going deep, deep. Yeah, I think this peg float is about at its wit's end. You know what? I'm gonna hold on for a second. I'm gonna retie this one with a new peg float. Yeah, you got that right, Mike. That chunky rod. If I go anywhere and I leave this rod, I'll have a fit. I would scream and cry, sound like a little lost puppy if I were to lose that rod. Let's see. I'm gonna put another float on this one because this float has just about had it. And then I'm gonna pull in the shrimp, and we're gonna get rid of the shrimp and go chicken because I don't think the shrimp is cutting it. I don't think the shrimp has any life. So we're gonna throw this peg float. This peg float's just about had it. It's been ripped up and ripped to shreds. So we're gonna get rid of that one. Throw it in the trash can. Put on a nice new one. Nice brand new float. Have this one for the flathead challenge. Yeah, these rods I just use a simple, I don't even know what this knot's called, to be honest. I've always used the same knot my whole entire life. It's never changed. Always works for me. And with the amount of size line that I'm using now, I don't think it. Oh crap! Where'd that go? Size line that I have now, it really doesn't matter because these fish aren't that big. I mean, they're big, and the flatheads are pretty big, but channels, they're not huge. I can reel those puppies in pretty easy. So let's get some new bait out there. New bait, new float. That one's only got, and we're gonna cast this one nice and deep. Wow, that's far. That is far. Let that do its thing. I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'll let that line just slide on down, do its own thing. This rod, we're gonna put some chicken. We'll throw some chicken on this one. Get rid of this shrimp. I don't think the shrimp's gonna cut it today. Look at this. All this crap in here. It's just all over the place out there. Not even fun. Gotta get your hands all nasty and messy. But we're going back to the chicken. Oh wow, there's a big old piece. Something smaller. All right. See if the fish like the chicken. All this nasty seaweed, river muck. Oh, that wind. Oh no. Oh, making for my hands frozen. Frozen hands. Wow. Frozen hands. Jeez. That's cold. That is cold. All right. All right. Get that one out there. Go to the bottom. Drop. There we go. All right. We are fishing. We are fishing. Oh, man. Hands are cold. Gotta run, Mike. Thank you very much for stopping in, man. Thank you very, very much for stopping in. I mean, we haven't really got anything. I got about 15 more minutes before we call it a day, just because I have prior obligations with the family, for the family. Gotta pick up my kids. And this line is still not even settled in yet. All right, come on. Stay right there. That looks like a good spot. Come on. Just stay right there. Whew. Man, that's cold. That's really cold. That line is way out there. This one is settling in way out there. I'm just gonna leave this white rod right where it is, because there's right at that spot. It looks exactly where that. I think it's exactly where that those down trees are. So I'm not even gonna touch that line. We won't worry about that one for today. Let's sit up there. But I just think it might be a little too cold. Just might be a little too cold for these fish. I think that's what it is. Look at that big bird. Wow, that's a big old bird up there. You can see it flying by, scouting out the waters. No eagle again. Eagle hasn't flown by again, so he's sitting up. He went somewhere. Yeah, this rod right here, this first rod is actually probably underneath my chunky rod, who's way out there. So we'll see what happens. This current is moving. Ooh. All right, we got one last hurrah. Let's see if we can do it. See if I can put one on the board for you guys. See if I can put one on. Yeah, that first line is probably stacked. It looks like, I mean, it's almost like it's stacked right on top of each other, but one's way out there, way out in that deep area. See if any fish will come to it. I hope so. Just seems like with the wind and cold weather, I'm not having any luck today. The bite has slowed down. We need to take the bait. Take the bait. That's what we need. We need some taking the bait. Come on, fishies. You know better. No, but I really think that the weather shouldn't, I don't think it's playing too much of a factor. I think it's the tide. I think I think these fish are biting in that low tide and they're not moving in this faster current. They don't want to move around in the faster current, so they're just sitting down waiting for that tide to go really low so they have the ability to move around and to feed, and I think that's what it is. I mean, tide's only going down about, I don't know, maybe close to 2 feet right now. So we need another, at least another foot, 2 feet, another 2 feet of tide going out to bring whatever those fish are biting on up there upstream, bring it downstream and have them eat. Alvin Lewis, how's it going? You are you're at the tail end of our non-climactic journey of watching our lines. Oh, what is that? Alvin, did you just possibly bring a fish on here? Or is that just cabbage pulling that line again? Might be the cabbage. Yeah, there's debris and little things in this water on moving this line right here. A lot of crap in the water coming. That's another reason why low tide is going to be the best scenario for these fish, which means I got to change up my whole entire schedule. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. I may have to wait to fish more. Might have to go out at night. But we're definitely going to hit up Pontoon Jody Thursday night. It's going to be a blast. We haven't had that many people fishing for flatheads. So I think this is going to be a fun time. All the people on board. Come on. Stuff's just taking that bait. Taking my rod. Nothing. Jeez, man. We are getting skunked. We are getting skunked today. This is not even a fun time here. Oh, might even have to. Might even just wrap it up early. This is this is comical. I don't like now. I mean, we had 2 bites the whole time. There goes my AirPod. All right, we're back. Had to change up the AirPod, move it from one ear, get another one on there. I really like doing the AirPod thing because you're able to move around, talk while you're doing things and moving and fishing. And I usually use this for my for when I go on Pontoon Jody's, so I can, move around and listen to the chat and hear how everybody's doing, all the while, just not having to be right up on the camera the whole time. Guys, we are striking out. We are definitely striking out. And I guess if you have a bad attitude about it, but I don't. I think we're just in a state of limbo right now with the shouldn't have fished high tide, shouldn't have fished in the cold. We had really warm weather. Now it's cold. Fish aren't biting. There's a whole list of things that just happened in the last 72 hours. It just made everything shut down. I hope this is not like this on Thursday night. But it's supposed to be super warm. Very warm. So hopefully we'll get some active fish. Get those fish out of their little areas. Wanting to take the bait. I think that's what it is. We need things to warm up. These fish don't like the cold around here. But they've been in the cold for 5 months now. 4 months. They should want to eat. They should try to eat. Try to eat my bait. At least a little bit. A little nibble. Anything. Just a slight tap. Give me something, fish. I need something here. Show me a sign. Show me a sign that you're out there. At least. Give me a jump out of the water. Swim by. Wave your fin at me. Tease me a little bit here. Give me something I can go home with. Can't go home and just say, yeah, I got skunked. I think that's what's going to happen. I think these fish want to bite. This is scary. I may have to switch up spots. Go to a new location. I do have a dock place that I can definitely go to. It's downriver, probably 2 miles, maybe a mile and a half. But they have a dock out there, and the Channel Cats. It's right by a bridge too, which is good. So wow, this one's been sliding the whole time, all the way over. I think it's because of this river's moving. I think the current's too fast. Cold weather, fast current. I don't think these Channel Cats love it. So, all right, guys. Amy, how's it going? thanks for stopping in. Thanks for helping me out, supporting me. But unfortunately, this is definitely not a good day to be fishing because I'm not catching anything. We only had 2 bites today, and they came on the other side when it was really high tide, and that was it. If you go back to the beginning, if you want to look at a couple takedowns, that's pretty much what I got. Everything else is just sitting here looking at the beautiful river, watching the water go by, watching the planes take off, watching my rods not bend over, no takedowns on this side. I'd have to say it was calming though. Definitely a calming day. So I just want to thank everybody for showing up today, seeing if I can put on some fish. It's been a rough one today. No worries, I still had a great time with everybody. Make sure everyone goes and likes, subscribes to Pontoon Jody's site. We are going to have a blast on Thursday night. Hopefully, we all get on some fish, make it a cool competition, and have a great time. So check out everyone on Thursday night. It's going to be a doozy. I'm going to get going here. Take care, everyone. Sorry I couldn't get on any fish for you, but we tried. We gave it a shot. Never hurts to try to be out on the water and actually, get some time in on the river and see what's happening. You always learn something from this. And I think I learned a lot with these fish in the tides. Hopefully next time you'll see me, I'll be in a low tide and we'll get on some fish, all right? All right, take care everyone. Have a good day. I'm out.